Okay, so let's discuss the different kinds of companies which are hiring off campus. So first is tier one companies like Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft. These are the top tier companies. PayPal, like PayPal opening is currently open. It is accepting application all across India. Okay, so these kinds of companies have processes open for everyone. So they have around 30, 40, 50 openings every year. So it keeps coming. Most of them have been announced and a lot of them are upcoming. Microsoft is also hiring for internship. Amazon is hiring for internship. PayPal has opened its process. DirectEye will do after a few months. Goldman Sachs has already conducted its hiring drive. So all these companies hire every year, and there are a lot of other companies that you can look up to, Adobe, etc. They also come. Most of them will come in next semester. uh, so far now they are only doing for 2020 batch, so 2021 batch will mostly happen in the next semester. Next, there are a lot of startups like Flipkart, Paytm, Postman, Ola, etc. So these companies also hire for freshers. Okay, so you must also be looking for them, how you can apply in them. Next is your top IT companies like TCS, Infosys, Hexaware. All these companies have off-campus rounds as well. Hexaware has recently conducted. TCS is expected to announce in few weeks, or NQT date has been announced. So it will be done in a few weeks time also. And last category comes of lots of companies which are not that famous. These are small time companies offering 3 to 4 lakh packages that you will find on some LinkedIn or some online websites, portals, etc., like Freshers World, etc. So you have to keep an eye for these kind of openings. So in short, the point is like there are at least 100 to 150 companies which are off-campus freshers, software engineers in different salary brackets of 3 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakhs. So all kinds of openings are there. So in case if you are wondering, there are not enough off-campus hiring. So I am telling you there are a lot of company, but most of them will come for you in around April, May, June, July, August. So far, all the companies that are coming for 2020 batch. Okay, Amazon internships is already announced. I have shared the link to apply for Amazon in the group. They have also already announced the 2021 batch 6-month internship. You can check in the group. Okay, Facebook is not yet announced, and we can't we are not sure about Facebook, but Amazon has been announced, Microsoft has been announced, PayPal has been announced, Goldman Sachs has already conducted it, so we can't expect it. Google has also announced his software engineering profile and internship so far. So all these have been in the process and they are somewhere announced. So lot of company, there is another category of companies which hire, like they are not for freshers, but they keep their bracket from 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3 years. So lots of companies are coming these days, but they are mostly for 2020 batch students. So it will come for you as well once you go into the next semester, June, July, August segment aspect. Okay, after your batch ends. So we are now discussing about the drives which happen specifically for 2021 students. So the first part, first thing you have to assume, like if there are 100 openings, so there are at least 500 to 600 times more applicants. Like for 100 openings, let's say example of Hexaware has around 300 openings. So around 50,000 to 60,000 students applied for Hexaware. So that's around how much? 300 times at least, it's 200 times. So for every opening there are around 200 to 250 applicants. So first criteria they keep is they shortlist, they rank in the order of your percentages, like whoever have the highest percentage will get the priority. So if you have percentage greater than 70% or 7 CGPA, then you are safe, you will definitely get shortlisted from the resume part. Okay, next they look for in your resume. Now imagine somebody going through thousands of resume. So how much time they will devote to each resume? They will hardly give 30-second, 40-second, or at max 1 minute. So you have to impress them to shortlist you in just 1 minute. Okay, so how you can do that? They look for rank secured in coding competition on like CodeChef, Codeforces, LeetCode, HackerRank, HackerEarth. So all these platforms they look for in candidates. If you have participated in any contest, any candidate master specialist pupil, all these kind of how many stars you have. So all these kind of thing you can show in your resume which will highlight you and increase your chances of getting shortlisted. Students who are joining for now, I just want to revise the first slide in 30 seconds. So what I was telling you, like you might think there are not enough company hiring off campus, but let me tell you, there are lots of companies, hundreds of companies which hire every year. The broad category are tier one companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Oracle, PayPal, Goldman Sachs. They all hire. PayPal hiring is going on. Amazon has announced its internship for your batch. Microsoft has announced. Google has already conducted return round for it. Goldman Sachs has already conducted its process. So lots of more companies. Direct Eye does a lot of hiring. Direct Eye hires around 50 plus students every year. So lot more company like this will come in a higher package segment. Then there are startups like Flipkart, Paytm, Postman, Yatra. They also hire fresher all year round. So you have to keep lookout for them. Then there are top IT companies like TCS, Infosys, Hexaware. TCS might announce its NQT very soon. So there are lots of feelers out there in the market. Hexaware has already conducted. So lots of companies are going to come via eLitmus, MCAT or CoCube, etc. Last category comes of those companies which are not known, like small time companies, Strat Global. So all these lots of companies you can also apply. So there are at least 100 plus companies hiring for freshers every year. So thousands of openings are there. So don't think there are not enough jobs. Okay. So what is the first process? You have to apply the fill the form. You have to tell your percentage. You have to upload your resume. You have to email your resume. So all this different companies follow different processes. So they first shortlist your resume. How do they do? First criteria they always put is your percentage. Like they will sort in the decreasing order of percentage. So whoever has higher percentage will get priority. So if you have around more than 70% and 7 CGPA, so I think that's enough. You will get shortlisted through this round. But if you have less than that, then it will be issue in certain cases that you have to be uh, worried about or take care of it. Okay. Next imagine for every job there are at least 500 to 1000 applications for one opening. So if there are 300 openings, there are around 50,000, 60,000 people applying. So if somebody is looking at your resume, how much time they can give? They can hardly give 30 seconds, 40 seconds or max a minute. So what they are looking for IT companies, they are looking your ranks in coding competitions like CodeChef platforms, Codeforces, LeetCode, etc. How many problems you have solved, what kind of star you have there. So this is a mandatory thing. If you start doing it just now for the first time and within a month, you will definitely create some ranks or something that you can add in your resume. These are not that tough. There are lots of simple questions available. Solve at least 100 plus problems in this platform and add that in your resume. You can add a general line like I have solved over 100 plus programming questions in top platforms. So it will definitely add value. Second thing they look after, first thing they look for your percentage. If you have a basic minimum percentage, if you have like 62, 64, 65%, then it will be an issue for you. Then they will look for your coding credentials, your ranks, your number of problems you have said. Next they will look for projects. If you have done any project, what is your final year project, what is the topic of it, and what have you done in second year, third year. So please, even if you make a simple project like tic-tac-toe or a database management system, please add it. Don't leave it empty. So whatever simple project you do, you can definitely add in your resume. Like students can make portfolio website, as simple as that. You can just find a theme online and customize it and host it on github.io for free and just add it as a project in your resume. You can add a blog. So at least add something instead of leaving it empty, and describe those lines like 3 4 lines what I did. And if you have internship, that's very good, but if not, that's not the point. But definitely add projects. It will definitely make your application stand apart and give you some brownie points which you most need to get shortlist the resume shortlisting round. So these are the common things you can do. You can also go out of the box things like extracurricular things might help you, like if you are a coordinator of some fest, some workshop you conducted, some event you have won, some achievements of some prize you have won. So all these things will help. But this is the order. First is percentage, second your coding credential, third your project or internships at the same level, and then after that all these additional things you can add. But these are the mandatory things. First three are the mandatory. Okay, you can get a good rank in I can say you can get a good rank in hacker rank or hacker earth within a month if you start coding even now. Next is the written round. So most of the companies have some sections like aptitude, English, verbal, logical reasoning, and there is a miscellaneous MCQ part where they ask question on C, C++, input, output, data structure, OOPS, so common theory. They also ask question on DBMS, OS, SQL, and networking. So you have to prepare standard topics of quant like time and work, uh, permutation, combination, speed and distance, and all these kind of standard topics. You have to understand the tricks of it, the theory of it, practice at least 20 to 30 question on each topic. You can prefer RS Agrawal or Arun Sharma book or any YouTube video that you would like to go through. Then do verbal and non-verbal reasoning. You can do verbal reasoning, non-verbal reasoning, those standard topics. And English is a must part. It's there in every company. I don't know any company who's conducting a written round without English, apart from top companies like Google, Microsoft. But IT companies definitely evaluate your English. They check your sentence correction, parajumbles. So please practice it. You can find plethora of resources to learn them. Next is your programming MCQ. These are not very tough questions. They will ask you very common questions as well. Simple input, output, simple pointer thing, simple thing. Just practice hundreds of questions. You will find it online. Lots of PDFs are available for free. There is Geek Monkey PDFs going around on Telegram and WhatsApp. You can practice from them. Only those kind of questions are asked. These are pretty easy, not that difficult. Okay, so I would recommend you to practice it. What you have to do, you have to practice the syntax and the theory of C, C++, like input, output, arrays, pointers, etc. You have to study basic data structure of array, stack, linked list, and tree. More, not beyond tree, graph or trie structure. You don't have to do. Oops, you have to do object oriented, how class is called, how static variable is created. So all these things you have to practice for the MCQ part of your written exam. There are also coding questions. A lot of companies are also giving you one or two coding question in 1 hour, 1.5 hours, where you have to pass all the test cases. So what happened? A lot of students don't practice coding. So most of these companies are hiring on HackerRank or either HackerEarth. So please go on this platform, see their IDE, how to write code, how to pass use cases, test cases. Okay. So please practice. There are lots of commonly asked questions you will find on string manipulation, on array sorting. So these are the standard questions which are asked. These companies don't innovate on kind of question. If you go on a better company like Amazon, etc., then there will be good quality of question. But these IT companies, they ask regularly ask questions only. So if you practice 50, 70, your coding part will be taken care of. Also studied theory of DBMS, OS, SQL networking for the MCQ part. And in algorithm section, they only asked up to sorting and searching, binary search, linear search, and 4-5 sorting. That will be enough. Do practice mock written tests available for free. If you Google it, you will find lots of things. Yeah, it can be mastered partially in 2 months is more than enough. Practice mock written tests. So please do 30-minute, 40-minute test. Okay, it's not that difficult. Just try to be covering all ends, like you don't miss out on theory and practicing MCQs. Next is clearing interview. Once you have cleared the written round, you have to go for the interview. So mostly the syllabus is, they can either ask you Java or C++. It's a choice between them, depends on which company you are sitting for. But they will definitely ask you OOPS concept, polymorphism, encapsulation, look for it example. They will definitely ask you data structure, algorithm, and other CF subjects like operating system, DBMS, networking. So please study these things. These are mandatory and you have to do. Practice previously asked questions at GFG, InterviewBit, etc. I hope you are aware of these websites. Give mock interviews. A lot of students don't practice giving interviews. Do mock interviews to your friends or sit in some companies just for getting experience. Like there is some company offering very low package, you are not interested in it, but you can just go and apply it to get an idea of how the process works. So do give some mock interview. It's a very simple tricky thing. Once you get into the skin of an interviewer, it will be very easy. On another thing, I have seen people don't prepare for common HR question, like they don't prepare, introduce yourself. So do remember it. Why do you want to join our company? है ना? Where do you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years? So all these common questions you will find. Please practice. Write a 3-4 line question, answer for it, and do remember it, because it seems bit ignorant from a candidate side if you have not prepared all this. Practice puzzles as well. Vidushi, companies prefer Java and C++. If you know Python, that's well. They will not ask you any for Java specific question. They will focus more on OOPS. Okay, you have to know OOPS. There is no option to that. Practice puzzles as well. Lot of students miss out on puzzles. Okay, please do practice puzzles. Simple puzzles like how many objects will be there, how much counting, and simple puzzles. So please do it. So these are the three steps: getting your resume shortlisted, clearing the written round, and preparing for interviews. And there is still practice. Make list of all topics you have to cover, make personal notes which you can keep revising. I see lots of students, like for every company they are studying from different sources. Just make a small copy where you keep all your notes, like whenever you are going to return or an interview, just so that you can open that copy and remember all your points. Practice 50 plus coding questions on patterns, strings, bits manipulation. That will be more than enough for your coding round. Study DSA separately and practice every code by writing. Just don't study DSA by reading like you are going through GFG or a book. Practice it by doing every code by writing. Even if you want to write it on paper, that's also fine. Interview bit is great for higher package companies like Amazon, Microsoft, etc. That's more than sufficient to get it done. How to apply? Most of the openings are coming through LinkedIn, coding platform like HackerRank. There is a company called NCR Corporation, and whose opening is posted on some hacking platform like coding platform. There is one more company, Coordination, which is hiring through HackerRank. So be active on these platforms. Be active on LinkedIn. Join if you can't keep track of all these things, like openings are placed on career sections of top companies. So there are lots of platforms who keep crawling those pages for newer opening. Okay, so if you can't follow so many places, you can be joining in our community like 2 ways to get update, where we give only specific information when any clear cut opening is there. Okay, so opening will definitely come. Hundreds of companies hire every year. Just be ready. जब आपका time आए, make best use of it. Okay, so that's it. There's one more question, like student asks us, shall we go for CoCubes, AMCAT, or eLitmus? Okay, so each of them, if you analyze, they have some certain set of companies. Like certain companies hire from eLitmus, certain hire from MCAT, and certain hire from CoCube. So they have some 50-60 companies in each platform. So if I were you, like if you try to analyze the money part, so MCAT is around 1800, CoCube is around 1400, eLitmus is around in this range only. So they will collectively come around 4000 to 5000 rupees, okay, at best. So if you are spending so much in your education in 4 years, so I don't think it's a huge amount to spend, है ना. If it gets you a 1 or 2 interview, 4 or 5 written exam, I think that's more than sufficient. If you get a job out of these platform, I think that's best. But lots of company will still come. So if I were in your shoe, if I am from a tier 3 college where not most companies are visiting, I would definitely buy it. But that's your opinion, what you have to do. But these platforms do have some companies which hire through them only. So that would be my advice. If you have